Hey everybody, Sean here, and today we'll take a closer look at Brian Welch. It's interesting because in a recent video I did on Matt Ford and John Crowder that's not been made public yet, I commented on the fact that Brian Welch is seen here with John Crowder smoking baby Jesus, Jehovah Wana, or something of the sort. I also commented on the fact that him rejoining the dark and evil band Korn in 2013 was a sign that he probably was not really saved. If you look at the lyrics to Korn songs, they drop F-bombs in pretty much every song and talk about some of the most troubling things I've seen in song lyrics. Now, as new creations in Christ, yes, we can fall back into sin, but we aren't going to love it like we did once when we were unsaved. So the fact that he could join up again with such a dark band and enjoy it just as much as before he was saved is a good indicator that he was never really saved. Then, just this morning, this video popped up on my YouTube suggestions, so I watched a bunch of it out of curiosity, and then I saw this article. And in my opinion, this just confirms that Brian was never really saved. First off, the host of this show is as foul-mouthed as they come. Every second word seems to be an F-bomb. Reminds me of how I used to speak before I was saved, but then God changed me, and I could not speak that way anymore. Yet Brian has no problem sitting there and not only listening to this, but actually participating in all the same foul language. I'll leave links below to these, and you can hear him talk about this stuff at the 52-minute mark. This just highlights a few points he makes in the interview. Brian Welch was asked if he thought religion became his new thing after quitting his previous drugs, and replies, "The crazy thing is, I had an experience with something from another dimension, and it wasn't the religion, going to church and being a good boy. It was like I felt something come into my house, and I can't explain it to this day, but I believe that it was Christ doing something in me." So that was real. That was very real. So he had an experience with something from another dimension and believes it was Christ. Well, just because he had an experience and believed it was Christ doesn't mean it was. Many have broken the chains of bad habits instantly without Jesus. He goes on to say that he believes that he did go too far with it. What? Went too far with loving Jesus? Too far in developing his relationship with God? Telling others how Jesus changed his life? What does too far even mean in this context? He says he got obsessed with it, just like drugs. Well, guess what? So did I. I couldn't get enough, and I still can't. It's the best part of my life. I believe I did for sure, he says. And I had to come out of that and find normalcy. Had to come out from being passionate about Jesus to find normalcy? So how did he do that? By rejoining his former death metal band Korn, doing gigs in alignment with the 666 giveaway that was held in 2016. Just check out the bands that they're playing with. If you haven't seen a picture of the band Slipknot, here they are. This is the festival of Satan as far as I can see. And if Brian Welch is a Christian supporting this, then I don't know what to say. He finishes off by saying, because there's nothing worse than a freaking irritating religious person just shoving it down your throat. I'm at a loss for words. I'm thankful that he's apparently sober now in comparison to where he was, but the rest just don't jive with the Christian walk from my understanding. Now, hey, maybe God will allow someone to fall back that far into their past life, only he knows, but I really doubt it. When you are born again, your life for Jesus is the new norm, and you don't go back into the world to create a balance. Hoping and praying that this just is a serious backsliding and that God is going to pull him back, but once again, that doesn't seem likely. Anyhow, leave your thoughts and comments below, and until next time, take care and God bless.